married. Both of them are in high-profile, controversial relationships. Swizz is married to Alicia Keys. Y'all keep saying Alicia Keys stole that man. You can't steal nothing, okay? That don't belong to you. I just want to put that out there, okay? Carmelo has been embarrassing Lala before her black.
Let's dive right in, because this situation with Swizz Beatz, Lala Anthony, and Alicia Keys is not just about some random gossip. This is a tangled mess that's been building for over a decade, filled with secrets, betrayals, and karma slowly making its way back around. What's happening now isn't just a quick scandal, it's the kind of drama that leaves people picking sides, the internet buzzing, and everyone saying, wow, this is wild. It all started with what people are calling the spark that lit the fire, an alleged leaked tape. Rumor has it that Alicia Keys came across a private video that supposedly showed her husband, Swizz Beatz, and Lala Anthony getting a little too close behind closed doors. And no, this wasn't just two old friends catching up over a drink. This was the type of footage that screams betrayal, the kind you feel deep in your gut. For Alicia, this wasn't just about infidelity, it was about trust being broken by someone she called a friend. Lala wasn't some stranger from across the world. She was someone who had been to Alicia's home, laughed with her at events, smiled for pictures beside her, and even cheered her on publicly. That's what makes this sting so much more. It's one thing to be betrayed by a stranger, it's another thing entirely when it comes from someone you've let into your circle. And according to people close to the situation, this wasn't a new thing. The whispers on the street say that whatever was going on between Swizz and Lala had been quietly simmering for years. Meanwhile, Alicia was out here smiling for cameras, promoting the image of a perfect, peaceful marriage. But in private? That picture-perfect life might have been nothing more than smoke and mirrors. Let's be honest, Swizz Beatz doesn't exactly have a spotless record when it comes to loyalty. His history with women has been more complicated than a reality TV reunion. People have been calling him out for years, saying once a cheater, always a cheater. And here's the twist that makes this whole situation even messier: Alicia Keys herself was once in the position Lala is rumored to be in now. Back when Alicia and Swizz first started seeing each other, he was still married to his ex-wife, Mashonda. Alicia claimed at the time that everything was above board, that she only got involved after the marriage had ended. But Mashonda wasn't having it. She came out with her own receipts, her own timeline, and even an open letter that made it clear she believed Alicia had stepped in before the marriage was truly over. According to Mashonda, Alicia had been coming over to their home under the pretense of working on music with Swizz, all while he and Mashonda were still married, living together, and raising their son. She even went woman to woman and asked Alicia to step aside so she could try to save her marriage. But Alicia didn't back off. Fast forward to now, and the tables seem to have turned. Alicia, once the other woman, is now the wife trying to keep her marriage together while rumors swirl about another woman. It's almost like history repeating itself, only this time, Alicia is the one blindsided. The alleged Lala connection makes things even messier because, if the rumors are true, Lala was still married to NBA star Carmelo Anthony when she started messing around with Swizz. And Carmelo himself wasn't innocent, his own cheating scandals were all over the news. But the idea that Lala might have been stepping out with Swizz while still married? That's a whole new layer of drama. Apparently, when Carmelo found out, he couldn't handle it, and their marriage unraveled completely. Now here we are, looking at two broken marriages, one man with a reputation for cheating, and a bunch of people who were all smiling for the cameras while this storm brewed behind the scenes. The crazy thing is that Swizz has always been good at dodging bad press. He somehow manages to slide out of trouble without losing his shine. But this time? People aren't letting it go so easily. The cracks in his good guy image are starting to show. Fans are connecting the dots, realizing that his history of infidelity runs deep, and this isn't the first time he's been accused of juggling multiple women at once. Even before Alicia came into the picture, Swizz had drama. There was Nicole Levy, who got pregnant by him while Mashonda was expecting their first child. The stress of that betrayal was so intense that Mashonda's baby was stillborn. Instead of taking accountability, Swizz moved on to yet another woman, UK singer Jonna Sebastian, who also had a child by him. This was all happening while he was still married and getting close to Alicia. And here's where the Lala situation starts looking more suspicious. Internet detectives pulled up old Instagram screenshots of Lala leaving flirty comments under Swizz's posts, laughing at his jokes, and always being one of the first to like his pictures. People close to Swizz's circle say that Alicia noticed and even asked him to tell Lala to cool it. Apparently, he didn't care enough to really shut it down. Then there's radio host Miss Jones, who spilled tea years ago that's aging like fine wine. She claimed someone from Swizz's own camp told her that Swizz and Lala were deeply in love, but Swizz refused to leave Alicia. Instead, he kept Lala in the shadows, giving her just enough attention to keep her from walking away while still playing the role of family man at home. If that's true, that's not just cheating, that's manipulation on another level. Lala's image has taken a hit too. She used to be seen as the loyal wife who stood by Carmelo through thick and thin. But now, if the rumors are right, she might have been doing her own dirt behind the scenes. And the fact that she and Alicia were friendly at one point just makes it worse. Cheating with someone who knows your kids, your routines, and your personal life cuts deeper than anything. The irony here is impossible to ignore. Mishonda's old open letter is making the rounds again, the one where she accused Alicia of knowingly stepping into her marriage. Back then, Alicia denied everything and carried on with her love story. Now, people are pointing out how similar this situation looks, only now, Alicia's the one facing betrayal from someone close to her. According to insiders, Alicia believed Swizz for years, brushed off the rumors, and stood by her man. But the moment she saw that alleged tape, something inside her broke. Not just because of the cheating, but because of how long it might have been going on. If the streets are right, this wasn't a short fling, it's been happening for years. And now? The same cycle that once worked in Alicia's favor might just be coming full circle, only this time, she's on the losing end. This isn't just bad luck. It's not just one mistake or an innocent misunderstanding. What we're looking at here is a full-on double life, the kind of behavior that's been repeated again and again. Swizz Beatz hasn't just slipped up once. His history shows a clear pattern. Alicia, Jonah, Nicole, and now, allegedly, Lala. It's as if the rules of commitment don't apply to him. He moves from woman to woman, leaving emotional wreckage behind. And by the time the truth surfaces each time, the damage is already done. Marriages have been destroyed. Families have been split in two. Children are caught in the middle. Hearts are shattered. To the outside world, it's just another gossip headline. But for the women and families directly involved, it's a lifetime of pain and scars that don't heal overnight. Now, Lala's image is on the line too. For years, she was praised for standing strong beside Carmelo Anthony through his public cheating scandals. People saw her as loyal, graceful, and resilient, the kind of woman who doesn't let betrayal break her. But this situation has people rethinking that image. If the whispers are true, she might have been playing the same game Carmelo was, only she was smarter at keeping it hidden. The idea that she may have entered into something with Swizz while still married to Melo, allegedly hoping he'd leave Alicia for her, paints a very different picture. And what makes this mess even harder to digest is how close these people were. This wasn't strangers colliding in secret. These were people who knew each other personally. They smiled for cameras together on red carpets. They attended the same events. They took pictures side by side, all while something darker was quietly unfolding behind the scenes. Every flash of a camera captured their public smiles, but away from the spotlight, betrayal was growing like a shadow. This wouldn't be the first time Alicia has been accused of crossing boundaries. When she and Swizz first got together, it wasn't just about romance. According to reports, she allegedly involved herself in his custody battle with his ex-wife, Mishonda. The divorce was still raw, emotions were high, and instead of stepping back, Alicia was said to have encouraged him to fight for full custody of his son. Many felt that was crossing a line. It didn't just feel like a relationship, it felt like a takeover. Eventually, for the sake of their child, Mishonda agreed to co-parent with Alicia. They even sat side by side in interviews, presenting themselves as a blended family. The public saw staged smiles and polished statements, but those who were paying attention knew the hurt was still there. It wasn't truly resolved, it was just buried under photo ops and carefully crafted PR moments. Now, all of that carefully built image is starting to crumble. Alicia spent years defending her marriage, forgiving Swizz, staying quiet through rumors, and trying to show the world a united front. But when betrayal strikes this deep and possibly from someone so close, even the strongest public image can't hold up. People are watching closely, and the opinion is shifting. Because here's the truth: when you build your castle on the ruins of someone else's life, eventually, the cracks start to show. It might take years, but the foundation will give way. And right now, it looks like Alicia's castle is shaking. The story feels like it's circling back to where it began. The same accusations Alicia once brushed off are now aimed at her marriage. The same whispers she ignored are now in her own ear. And the same kind of hurt Honda once felt might be exactly what she's experiencing now. History has a way of repeating itself. Only this time, Alicia isn't on the outside looking in, she's in the center of it all, watching the life she built start to crack under the weight of old patterns and new betrayals. If you liked this breakdown, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a story. Celeb Nova will have it all covered for you. See y'all in the next video. This is Celeb Nova, where the drama ends and the truth begins.